Hello and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 904, the category Brainy Wednesday. We didn't do Brainy Tuesday yesterday, so we're doing one today. Brainy Wednesday, 21 questions. All of them are a little bit more difficult than our standard pub quiz questions. There's 20 up front and question 21 at the very end of the video if you need a tiebreaker. Good luck. Question number 1. They are not spiny anteaters, but like spiny anteaters, they are native to Australia and are members of the order Montremata. What is the name of this animal whose name comes from the Greek for broadfoot, one of only two types of mammals which lays eggs? Platypus means broadfoot. It is the duck-billed platypus. Question number 2. Located 8.6 light years from Earth, it is actually a binary star, having its companion a white dwarf. With an apparent magnitude of -1.46, it is the brightest star of the night sky as viewed from Earth. What is the name of this star located in the constellation Canis Major, also known as the Dog Star? The Dog Star is also known as Sirius. Question number 3. It was first held in 1903, and notable winners have included Laurent Fignon, Pedro Delgado, Miguel Indurain, and the American Greg LeMond. What is the name of this event in which the leader wears a yellow jersey, the world's premier cycling event? That bike race is the Tour de France. Question number 4. He supported the sky while Atlas retrieved the golden apples, diverted the course of 2 rivers to clean the Aegean stables, and killed the Hydra with the help of his friend Iolaus. Who is this Greek hero who completed these tasks as well as 9 other labors? This Greek hero is Hercules, or Heracles. Question number 5. One was a 16th century theologian who developed the doctrine of predestination, while the other was a philosopher of the 17th century who wrote the political treatise Leviathan. Together, the two lend their names to a cartoon drawn by Bill Watterson. What are their names? The cartoon is Calvin and Hobbes, for John Calvin and Thomas Hobbes. Question number 6. The 206 isotope of this element is the end result of the decay chains of thorium and uranium. The presence of this element in old paint and pipes has led to brain damage among young children. What is this element having the atomic number 82 whose symbol is Pb? The answer is lead. Question number 7. In 202 BC, he was decisively defeated by Roman forces under Scipio Africanus at the Battle of Zama in North Africa. What is the name of this Carthaginian general and statesman, perhaps most famous for crossing the Alps with a war train which included some 40 elephants? The answer is Hannibal. Question number 8. Albert Einstein suggested that it was caused by the random motion of molecules, and Jean-Baptiste Perrin developed the theory, using it to prove the existence of atoms and molecules. What is this phenomenon describing the seemingly random motion of fine particles which are suspended in a solution? The answer is Brownian motion. Question number 9. By the end of the novel, Chawton, Kemmerich, Mueller, and Cat are dead, while Kropp is left a cripple by an artillery barrage. The main character, Paul Baumer, dies on a day totally devoid of action. What is this novel that depicts the horrors of World War I, written by Erich Maria Remarque? The answer is All Quiet on the Western Front. Question number 10. Physicist Richard Feynman determined that the disaster occurred because of faulty O-rings on the booster rockets. What was the name of this ill-fated space shuttle on which teacher Krista McAuliffe and the other 6 astronauts on the crew perished 74 seconds after liftoff? The answer is the Challenger. Question number 11. It refers to the holders of any of the 9 upper ranks of the Imperial Chinese bureaucracy, which were filled by competitive examination. What is this term which also applies to the most widely spoke dialect of Chinese? The term we're looking for is Mandarin. Question number 12. At first, all are proclaimed equal, but by the novel's end, the pigs are able to maintain control through their use of dogs as a police force. What is the title of this work by George Orwell, an allegory of the Russian Revolution and communist rule? That novel is Animal Farm. Question 13. Clotho spun the thread of life, signifying birth. Lachesis measured the thread, determining the lifespan, and Atropos cut the thread, indicating the end of life. What is the collective name of these patrons of destiny? The collective name of those 3 is the Fates. Question 14. The city flourished during the 18th century as a center of export of plantation crops and spices, and it soon came to function as the capital of the Dutch East Indies with the name Batavia. What is the modern name of this city with over 8 million inhabitants, the capital of Indonesia? The capital of Indonesia is Jakarta. Question 15. The title character witnesses the feud between the Grangerfords and the Shepherdsons and deals with the 2 con men known as the King and the Duke, all the while hoping that his drunkard father never finds out where he is. In what 1884 novel? The answer is The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Question number 16. The first ruler of this name was a general in the army of Alexander the Great, who founded the dynasty that ruled Egypt between the death of Alexander and the rise of the Roman Empire. What is this name shared by the Greek astronomer who first suggested the geocentric theory? That name, shared by those 2 men, was Ptolemy. Question number 17. The Mill on the Floss and Silas Marner paint accurate pictures of life in England's country villages. These works were written under what pen name which was used by Marianne Evans to hide the fact that she was a woman? The pen name used by Marianne Evans was George Eliot. Question number 18. It is America's oldest law enforcement agency, having been established by George Washington in 1787. What is the name of this federal agency whose more famous members include Wyatt Earp and Wild Bill Hickok? Wyatt Earp and Wild Bill were both members of the U.S. Marshal Service. U.S. Marshals. Question 19. Based on a story by E.T.A. Hoffman, the first act begins with Clara and Fritz decorating the Christmas tree. Clara's godfather gives her the present from which the story takes its name, and she falls asleep gazing at the object in what Tchaikovsky ballet? The object and the ballet are the Nutcracker. And question 20. He got one nickname, Jack the Dripper, from his unique style of painting, which consisted of laying a huge canvas on the ground and flinging paint onto it. What is the name of this abstract expressionist, perhaps best known for his work, Number 1, from 1950? Jack the Dripper was the nickname of Jackson Pollock. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. By the time you're watching this, I'll be on a plane to America. I'll be writing some trivia on the plane. That's the plan anyway. Depending on what movies they got on the plane, I might get distracted. The plan is to write some trivia. I got a couple of the trivia quizzes ready to go for this upcoming week. I have not recorded any of them yet, so hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll be able to get them, at least a couple of them, recorded and uploaded so they come out on time. I'll be in America for the next couple of weeks. I'll be back in England the first week of July, and then we're going to go strong until I think the 1st of August is when I go back to America for good. So a lot of traveling coming up. I'm going to stay on top of it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're having a good time playing. And thank you everybody who wished Harlan a happy birthday yesterday. Sure looked like he had a good time. Looked like he enjoyed the trivia quiz. Everybody was super nice, wishing him happy birthdays and telling him happy birthday. I thought that was super cool of you. Thank you very much. Here's question 21 for today, the tiebreaker for Brainy Wednesday. By 1890, he had amassed a fortune through his control of gold and diamond reserves, and he controlled a large territory south of the Congo, which bore his name until the late 20th century, when it split into the nations of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Who was this man who used most of his fortune to endow a scholarship program which provides funds for study at Oxford University? His name used to be on the land that is now Zambia and Zimbabwe, and he provided the funds for a big scholarship program at Oxford. His name is Cecil Rhodes, as in Rhodesia or the Rhodes Scholarship. That is it for today. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.